The Chelsea job's the hardest job to come into. And he's coming to a situation where people are going to say, yes, there's injuries. But I don't know if it's, again, naivety or arrogance that you think that you can come in and just change his team like this. Because Thomas Tuchel was suffering for a bit and they got rid of him. He may have fixed it, he may not have fixed it. But you have a team, right, where I have to give you credit. The signings are disjointed. People are talking about you're signing money, you should be doing stuff. But okay, are you signing to replace players or are you signing to improve your squad? No one can answer that question. No one can actually say what the best 11 is on paper. There's so many questions that are not getting answered. So you now bring in someone who, again, for me, the one thing I'll say is you've got to be harsh in football. We see it with the top managers do it all the time. Fergie, you know what? Van Nistelrooy, you're cool, but Ronaldo's a guy.
But so, are you saying that Potter is not up to the task to be Chelsea manager?
It's a difficult job, but I would have said before, it's a difficult job, but you're seeing it now. When we had 10 games unbeaten, and the United game came up, the first thing I said was, this is the game where we're going to see it because the lights are on, everyone's watching. We lost that game. The big game after that, what happened? Lost that game as well. The big game after that, what happened? Lost that. So
but
now it's gone from
up to
he's
the
not.
He's not a Chelsea manager. You reckon?
He's not. We have to be.
So
real.
are you Potter out?
I can't be out.
Hold on.
I'm not out.
The minute I know a manager ain't up to it, you gotta get out of my club. Are you Potter out?
I'm not out. Because
so that means you're trusting in a manager that you believe is not up to the task of being a Chelsea manager.
I'm understanding
You're going to give that guy another 200, 300 million.
They calling Mays a politician right now.
I'm understanding.
Mays handcuffed.
I'm understanding that we're not the team that we think we are. We're not the team we think we are. We're not. Right. We're not at that level that we think we are anymore.
So if you're not at that level, then you must be at the level that Potter can coach at. If you're not at that level, then that means the club standard of Chelsea has dropped down to the level of a Graham Potter.
Which is spooky because I'll say this. So, we went from Champions League to investment to now in a situation where, let's call it for what it is. This guy, and I said it before, he was 16th twice with Brighton, played nice football, did one nice season, everything cool. You've now given this guy a 7-year contract. So what? Do we have to wait 3 years for Chelsea to be where they're going to be?
Yeah.
That's what people are trying to sell?
Yeah.
That's Potter signed how long?
Yeah.
Potter signed how long?
This is what I'm saying.
No, you man trolling me.
You man are trolling me.
This is why I'm laughing.
This is why I'm laughing.
Potter signed.
So the thing is, how can it be
7?
Can you verify it for me? I believe it's 7. I
think it's 6, but go on.
But
it's a long-term deal anyway. But continue. I want to hear what's wrong.
But this is what I'm saying. That's not... Okay, he shouldn't be in that situation, but that comes from Roman's gone, someone's come in, this is what we're doing. And that's why it's techie.
So from top to bottom, for me, it sounds like this club is rotten. When we say what's wrong with Chelsea, I've written down 4 points here.
Go on.
You let me know as a Chelsea fan if I'm wrong. I said you've got a board without a vision.
Yeah,
because what I'll say is I look at the kamikaze window.
Yeah.
I look at the scattergun approach, basically, where we just sign anybody. We got Chilwell. Okay, we'll sign Cucurella. Yeah. We got 3 centre backs. We'll sign Fofana. Yeah. Okay, we'll just get anybody who we can get since we can't get Rafinha. FIFA things. And then you look at the Tuchel situation where he should have a lot of credit in the bank. Change. Let's get a manager who's completely inexperienced.
Yeah.
Coming to the next point, a manager who is out of his depth.
100%.
For me, this guy is drowning. And in the early couple games, for someone who was classed as a tactician and a great tactical mind, I ain't seen nothing that he's implemented. Whether it's a solid press, a solid defense, good width, formation changes. Bro,
he said the only press that is the pressing. I said that guy's
he was dropping bars yesterday. I can't
Go on, what's your third one?
I said the third one is a squad in transition as well.
Transition.
When I say squad in transition,
you're being too nice. You're being too nice.
I'm being very generous there because it's a squad
that comes from the board.
100%. It's a knock-on effect. All of this. Yeah. And then the last but not least, a spoiled fan base who has not adjusted its reality to the perspective that it's in. Because for me, Chelsea are still of the mindset, Chelsea fans, that they are that team. You know, like City and Liverpool. Yeah, we're competing with them. We saw last season you was way off. The Champions League, we've said many a times it's papered over crack. Chelsea still think they are elite top dogs. You're not. You're in a top 4 mix, lads.
You see my tweet yesterday?
And you are way off it.
They ain't been in a title race
for 5-4 years, bro. Since they last won the league. So it's like, hold on, you're living off merits of 6 years ago. The Champions League, okay, it was nice, but you need to progress from that. They have gone backwards since then. And no Chelsea fan is willing to sit through a transition. This is the other part of it. And this is where I'm saying they need to adjust their reality, because United fans had to do it. Arsenal fans had to do it. When you step back from that elite position, you have to adjust yourself.
The climb.
United fans, it's Chelsea fans right now. They're still of the where's Roman? Hey, is the money coming? Where's Tuchel?
He's
They're still
gone.
dreaming.
Let it go. He is gone.
Move
He is
on.
gone.
Yeah, but-
Reality is here now, lads.
When I put the tweet out yesterday, people were still. Do you know when I realized that people were?
What was the tweet?
I was like, first time since 2006, 3 consecutive losses. I said the Chelsea is gone. It's gone. That's the reality. It's gone. And
this is
when we had Roman, right? Again, back to one point that you mentioned before, when you said life after Roman is going to be rough. People had this perception. We know how we talk about Spurs. Is that sustainable? That manager changing thing was never going to be fully sustainable. We just got very fortunate very many times. Remember when we tried to switch up with AVB, young coach,
this is
and
the
he
most
went
reminiscent.
and he went
I said this yesterday.
and he went mad, and they said, you know what? Nah, let's suck it off. We had
This
better
is-
players then.
Don't let that happen
Bro-
again. You're not in position where
But
you
it's
had
not
Roman.
It's not Roman. It's not
can't
Roman.
let
And
it
the thing is, I don't know the proof of concept of these guys. I know Roman's brazen enough to be like, you know what? I messed up. I'm shifting. I don't know what Boehly's gonna do. He's doing this American sports thing 6 years. You know what? We'll suffer for 3 years. Chelsea. The
you
issue is
prepared for
Chelsea are not used to suffering.
Are you prepared?
I'm not
you
used to
as a
suffering.
Chelsea fan.
I'm
are
not
you
used to
prepared
suffering.
for 3. No, if you're seeing Arsenal situation now, number 1, 5 points clear. Christmas going into the World Cup.
Insane.
They've had to suffer. 2 8th places. They've had to suffer. Banter on the timelines year after year. Are you prepared to suffer this if it means the long term? You get to pattern up.
We're gonna have to suffer.
As a spoiled Chelsea fan, the last 20 years you've been drinking out of cups.
Yeah.
I'm leaving with something.
Yeah. No,
Are you ready to
it's
humble
bleak.
down, mate?
No, you have to. I said it. The Chelsea's gone. The Chelsea we know is gone.
The reality is, though,
Then you must. Then for me, if that's the case, then you must have patience with Potter.
But this is what have you
That's
noticed?
my thing.
You
must have
Whenever
patience.
I say anything about Potter, I bring it in context onto where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Same thing when I said it's not Brighton where you can go on the radar for 3 months. It's the lights here are super
But
bright.
what was the famous line you used to say as well? Sometimes things have to get worse
To get better.
before they get better.
It's
And I
it's
feel
the
like
truth.
Chelsea are at that stage now.
But the
I
thing
don't,
is,
the thing is, I don't think it's got as bad as it can get.
Bro,
Nah,
you
listen,
lot were
the thing
10
is,
Jose
right,
and
I
shit,
think
bro.
it can.
I've seen Chelsea get
but
ugly.
when we have to, you're bear man with those. That's you can count as tanking. Oh, we got the players. We're going to spend money.
Players
What?
down tools.
We fully don't know what's gonna.
forget- we
We
ain't
don't.
forget
We don't know.
tanking.
We don't know what's gonna happen here, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, listen. Do you know how mad it is? Yeah. The Lewis Hole thing. Yeah. You posted merit. I've been saying to you for how many weeks? You know what? Just put Hutchinson and their man in
Some
because I
kids,
know what's
yeah.
going to happen. Bro, I will accept it if it's that. All of these man that you're saying that, oh yeah, bro.
the reality is,
Chelsea's gone, bro.
I've been saying for a long time, one of United's biggest issues have been recruitment. Chelsea's recruitment over the last couple of years have been a disgrace, bro. It's as simple as that. It's been a disgrace. And in what it is that you now have this accumulation of players from many, many windows of poor recruitment.
And different managers.
Marina might
Yeah.
have lost her job for it. A manager, this guy Tuchel might have lost a job. But whoever it has been assembled, Lampard, whatever, it's a poor collection of players. A lot of these players are not suited to what Chelsea want to do. Some of them do not seem like Premier League players. Some of them were signed, as I said, when I said it in the summer, I said it's freestyle signings. That's what I said. You mentioned that with people like Koulibaly and that. Napoli are flying without him. Thank you very much. Min Jae will go to the title, mate. Koulibaly, you can hold that. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, they're going for the title when Koulibaly steps out of the club. You know what I'm saying? Coincidence? You can put that if you really want to. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But what the reality is, though, the recruitment has been poor. Like, so many players, when you look through it, Havertz, yeah, okay, we can talk about papering over the cap, won the Champions League. Havertz, he's a bust in the Premier League. It's a fact. Werner, he was a bust. Pulisic,
Lukaku.
Big bust.
Pulisic. You know, we're coming for you in the World Cup too as well. We're going to haunt you
We're gonna
too
spin
there.
the block on
Yeah,
you.
I mean, England's not a nice place for you. You know what I mean? It's not a nice place for you. That's what I'm saying. But, you know what I mean? People like...
What's wrong with the Brazil top, you know? What's wrong with man? What's wrong with this top guy?
I wanted this to happen.
I know, but for real though, like...
No,
but for real though, like, a lot of the signings have been mid. Raheem Sterling, it's not looking good right now.
Bench
Aubameyang,
yesterday.
what was that
No,
signing?
he's ill.
There's no real thinking behind these signings, and now this is where Chelsea are gonna be. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna need a big rebuild, because we can talk about the manager as much as we want.
But it's not
Tuchel
all
was gonna
him.
drown this season. Let me
Yeah.
tell you that he was gonna drown this season. Potter is going to drown, but what happens is, as I said, when Potter got appointed, as soon as Potter starts drowning, people are going to be like,
Too cool.
what's your CV? Oh, You've
Get
actually
out.
done nothing.
Get out.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. And you're the manager of Chelsea? That is what is happening right now. But the reality is, this has been years in the making for
negligence.
Chelsea. That's all it is. Years in the making. Tuchel, we've always gave his credit for his system is getting the best out of certain situations defensively, blah, blah, blah. I question him offensively, still do, because two of his signings are Aubameyang and Sterling. They can't hit a barn door at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not trying to hear anything like that. His signings were mid. However, this, as I said, this has been years in the making. And you just got to hold, you can't blame Thingy. Boehly, he came in thinking that he knows everything about this sport. You know what, Marine, I don't need you. Sack, check, sack.
Man,
Everyone's
he done
gone.
it Elon Musk, you know.
Bro.
He done it Elon
You know what I'm
Musk.
saying? And then now you lot are talking about,
done it Elon Musk.
you know, in the summer we're going to go for Rafael Leao. Oh, another one that's just the obvious name. Nkunku, another one that's just the obvious name. Let's see, man. Them man are going to go
And it's
bust.
like,
So-
how do
so,
they
bro.
even fit? What brand do they
No,
fit
but
into?
this
Do they fit into Potter's vision?
Well, and again, that's why if you give a man a 6-year contract and you're fully going to trust him, I can't say
It's
you
not
get
going to
the
be
man
part of
out.
signings.
No, but
guarantee you this is Boehly signings.
But bro, this is what I'm saying.
Everyone's
This
gonna
is
be Boehly
why.
signings.
But this is why it's disjointed, because if you're saying that you like what he does and everything, and you saw it took him 3 years with that, I can't.
But what
tell
did
man
it take
that.
3 years to do? Like
To play nice
he did
football,
He
that's
did.
what he
He
did.
had a nice time at Brighton, and I said Chelsea is a massive club. We got to remember Brighton, and I believe it might be Brentford and Bournemouth. Maybe between those three are the smallest clubs in the Premier League. And you're going from the smallest club in the Premier League
To one of the
to a
biggest.
Chelsea who are impatient, who are one of the biggest clubs in the
It's a suicide
country.
mission.
It's a massive jump, bro.
The way I
It's a
described
massive
it,
jump.
yeah, I described it 2 ways, yeah. I was like, yeah, this is like, you know, when you see them stories of someone winning the lottery and then they're broke within like 2 years.
Yeah.
It's like that, and it's like for part, it's like going to create like you've bought a puzzle, yeah, you empty it out, and it's like, right, there's bare shit missing here, bare different things. It's an impossible situation that's come from years, or as I've called it for the last few weeks, gross negligence.
It is,
Gross
it
negligence.
is.
No
But my thing-
long term planning. Thinking that because you've been able to get out of it by doing this, you can continue to do that. I'm thinking that ultimately, it's a Chelsea thing. It's, you know, it's Chelsea. It's fine.
All I would
Catches up
advise
with
to
you.
Chelsea fans is try not to. All I would say to Chelsea fans is try not to blame, in my opinion, Potter too much
No,
early
that's what I
doors.
said.
And the thing is, I get it. He's new. He doesn't have the experience, and I'm not pro Potter or anything like that.
But it's not- it's bigger than him.
Yes,
It's
for
bigger
me,
than
it's
him.
bigger than him.
Look
and
at
I
the
feel
club.
like you really, this is the time to put pressure on the board. The board have come in. They're the ones that sacked Tuchel. They're the ones that have had this scattergun approach and signed all these players. Now you need them to back
was gonna
this
say,
manager
listen-
and actually have a vision. Listen.
Tuchel is gone. Let it go.
Move on.
Let it go. Tuchel is gone.
on.
The trophies and everything we were doing, it might be gone for now. But listen, like I said, keep the blue flag high now, you know, hug each other.
Hey, this
We're
guy
gonna have to sit through it.
The PR, this guy.
We're gonna have to sit through it.
This guy,
We're gonna have to sit through it.
Yeah, he's still trying to get them mimosas and stuff in the box.
We have to hold it.
Yeah.
We have to
He wants the
hold it.
mimosas in the box.
We have to hold
Tell
it.
him. I mean,
We have to hold it.
three are looking at him like, yo.
We have to hold it. And I
dare you
said,
criticize
the club.
How can you spin this?
Listen, we've been
No, we have to hold
infiltrated, man. Yeah,
We have to hold it.
We losing our essence.
On the real, we have to hold it, man. Like ultimately, you have to remember there was this braggadocio sort of element to Chelsea that listen, Roman will sort it out. We win,
Yeah.
bro. Listen, nothing lasts forever, bro. We saw it with you lot and Fergie.
No, the one only thing I will criticize Potter with as well, is I feel like he's trying to accommodate everyone at the moment. He's trying to be a bit too... Listen.
That's why I said you got to make
Fine.
it
That
so, man.
lineup yesterday, not him saying nah.
But for me, find an 11, yeah, whether it works or not, find the people that are...
He said
you,
injuries.
I don't know, man.
But
There's
that's
too
what I'm
much
saying.
shop and changes, man.
He said injuries. He said injuries, and that's why I said, is it arrogance or is it something else?
Where
But
was
again,
Sterling yesterday?
he was ill.
Sick.
Oh, but man
Stomach
just
bug.
suddenly getting ill before the World Cup.
Yeah. You know, like that.